Gleb, hey.
Hello. Oh, it works
Welcome to meet
automatically.
Magento Baltics. Tell me, how many years have you been working with e-commerce conversion rates and e-commerce marketing?
Yes, as such, in working over 10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
Okay, and every time I speak to people about e-commerce and how to sell things online, everyone always has this one simple question, and you have 10 years of experience. I'm sure you have this one simple answer. What is the magic?
Yes. There is one, actually, not so simple answer. Actually, also simple answer. It's not black and white as it's supposed to be. It's very complex. So, yeah, I can't really answer with one short sentence. We need to have a meeting, free consultations, and I'll explain it to you.
Okay, great. Today I understand you're going to be talking about PWA.
Right.
Okay, I'll let you tell everyone all about it. Please go ahead, the stage is yours.
Super. Hi, everyone. Yes, I wanted to start with a story, actually. But we need to wait. Yes, Light is telling us that we need to wait. My topic name is PWA is now. But is it actually now or future trend? That's what I was going to focus in the next 15 minutes, actually maybe a bit more, 20 minutes. And later on, there will be our friends from Userfront also speaking about the PWA topic. I suggest to have a full understanding of PWA to stay for the both speeches, since I'll be mostly focusing on the high level and some of the historical aspects on how is it moving and where we now, while Userfront guys will be mostly in the technical aspects. So, is PWA now or future trend? I would like to start with a story about one mobile app all of us have. That's actually a screenshot I took from my iPhone yesterday, and in 2 seconds I found such mobile app. And yes, I started to prepare for the presentation only yesterday. Unfortunately, my colleague Alex says that hello to him. His flight was cancelled. He was supposed to be here, and he was flying from Barcelona to Riga. It was cancelled. And thanks our Baltics for such a great opportunity for me to speak here today. So after I clicked on this app, that's what happened. I need to click again, most probably, for video to work. Guys, something will happen or not? So I'm clicking on it, and there's just strange guy telling to me, "Hello, my name is Panda." That's what's happening when I clicked on it. And my first question was, what actually is it? Why I downloaded this app, and do I still actually need it? Most probably all of us have similar apps. And if you're not really too crazy on cleaning up your phone, as my wife is, do not tell her, please. So, and in fact, in 90 days after you installed any app, usually on average, 70% of all users will remove it completely. And moreover, if we're now in the Baltic States, moreover, 50% of all people in Baltics, they don't download any new apps at all. So obvious question, is there anything good in mobile apps as such? And obvious answer, yes there is. At least there is Google Maps. Please raise your hand if you're using Google Maps. I personally use it, I love this app. I'm living in Riga, and I was using it to get to this event. So for me, yes, the question is, does it make sense to use Google Maps mobile app or mobile website? And it just makes sense to use, at least for me, it's organically to use a mobile app since it's using my location and all the native features there. But mobile website, it's quite crappy and a strange thing. So if we look on the data again, that's the number of the unique visits mobile web and app is getting. By statistics, it was 1,000 of the stores were inspected overall. And we can see that mobile web is getting by 2.2 times more unique visits as such. But it's absolutely different picture if we look on the engagement spent within the property. Here, mobile apps outperform the mobile web by 16 times. So And yeah, from here we make really simple conclusion. Mobile websites get more visitors, but visitors spend time within apps. That's quite logical for me. If we click next, an opportunity gap is also quite clear here. What if we just take all this engagement within the mobile apps and put them into mobile websites? That's also how Google explains how PWA appeared. What if users get a more engaging experience as soon as they land on your store? What if they get app-like experience right away on your mobile? And it brings us to the first opportunity of the current mobile commerce, that lack of engagement in mobile websites. Are there any other opportunities? Most probably there are. Otherwise, I wouldn't stand here. There are at least 3 of them. Let's check them together. That's how formula looks like for the current mobile commerce. Basically, that's responsive versus native apps. And when we think about responsive, that's one size fit all grid system, just to make sure we have the same understanding of the responsive and adaptive changes. And limitations of the current responsive design in the mobile, first of all, it's not a desktop. Since as such, responsive is just a lighter version of the desktop, and when you go to the mobile website, basically download the same code base. So but mobile users, they expect to have much more engaging user experience. That's how I explain what happens usually on the responsive website. It's not optimal for mobile. It's also not the best for desktop. It's something in between. Secondly, it's responsive is functionality without extras. You don't really have access to the hardware, and such access as camera, GPS, or other native features, you really can't use them fully. Thirdly, as I already mentioned, it's the same code base for different platform. When you go to the mobile, you really download the same code base as you would do going to the desktop, and it all affects the loading times. It all brings to the second opportunity of the current mobile commerce. Responsive is a great start, but mobile is already ready for more. Now let's look on the second part of the formula. It's the native apps. Here are just a few examples of the native apps. How does it look like, in case someone forgot? And the limitations of the native apps is, first of all, friction of the download. It takes at least 6-7 steps to download the app nowadays. First of all, you need to understand from where it should be downloaded. So maybe it's some prompt pop-up somewhere, you click on it, you're being redirected to the App Store or Play Market. Then you need to click Get It, verify with your Face ID, then or maybe fingerprint, then log into the app, and finally you're in. That's a bit too much to ask from the users nowadays. Secondly, the limitations of the native apps is data grains, which are required upon the download of the app. It's especially important in emerging markets where every kilobit matters. Thirdly, it's a costly development. If you are a smaller startup, it will take you around 35, 70K to develop an app. Since you need to have the Android apps, you need to have the iOS app, you need to support both of them. If it's an enterprise project, it takes 350 and the plus, since it's quite complex. And finally, it's fourth limitations of the native apps is App Store validation process. Since if anyone from you was trying to download upload their app to the App Store, it's really pain in the ass. I can't explain it with different words. And in the Play Market, it's a bit easier, but still you do not have, you're not sure that your app will be there finally. You don't have final word. And actually, if it will, you still need to drive traffic. So if your app will be there in the app stores, it's not 100% that your app will be successful. Here is a great quote from VP of e-commerce at United. I laugh so much. It's basically telling it just proves everything what we're discussing. Apps are a temporary necessity in the development of a better mobile experience. Temporary necessity, that's the main words here. And if we look on the data again, mobile apps actually can bring you more money. So on the left, you can see the data for the mobile websites, on the apps, from the apps, and actually nowadays half of the traffic is coming to the mobile websites, but only converts to around 1.7%. Actually, this number are quite high. Practically, I saw much lower conversion rates. And we talk about the mobile apps, it's around 5% of all online traffic coming, but much higher conversion rates. So it's the last opportunity to the current mobile commerce that apps outperform mobile web in conversion rates as well. Let's summarize it all together. Firstly, that's the lack of engagement in current mobile web. Then, secondly, mobile web is actually already ready for more. And last one, that apps outperform mobile web in conversion rates. And here, finally, is a GIF of some excited guy. It's not me, but I'm not so less excited, since now we'll speak about the PWA finally. And PWA, they just take the best from this mobile websites and the apps and merge them all together. That's so simple. It's just resolving all the major pain points which were covered previously. That's how PWA commerce formula looks like when PWA is in a game. It's not responsive or native apps anymore, it's responsive plus native apps. And PWAs provide a reliable, fast, and engaging experience. So let's go to a few concrete examples. With PWA, you can get on both your mobile and the desktop really smooth animations, fluid scrolling, and everything works quite instantly. You know that nowadays, when you are browsing the website in a few seconds, user will actually abandon your store if it's loading really slow. So PWA built natively that they load really fast, I would say instantly. And there are no funky page reloads. Here's a very quick example I really love so much. It's not, I would say, it's hard to fail it. On the left, you can see the regular Magento store with the varnish enable. On the right, that's the PWA theme. And it's very quick test how fast you can just click through from the homepage to the checkout, how fast you can get from the homepage to the checkout. And PWA outperform it at least by 2 times. It's very, I would say, stupid test, but it helps to get a feeling how fast it works. The important point of the PWAs is the service workers. And yeah, everything what we see in the PWAs, that's due to magic of the service workers as such. It's basically a script your browser runs on the background to handle network requests and store data locally. It also enables such features as browse and checkout offline, background sync, and nice push notifications. Ditch of the download is also quite important point for the emerging markets especially. That's example from the Flipkart. What they're doing, basically when you will make an order on the last step on the success page, they'll show you a prompt when with one click you can just have the same app on your home screen. And in that way, they actually increase the engagement with users by a few times. Low data commitment is the next point. That's example from the Lyft. What these guys were doing, they launched their PWA app for emerging markets, and it was very right choice since it was using only a fraction of data mobile app is using. And for them, for Lyft, the main goal is to let user orders arrive, not download the app. So that's where PWA helps them a lot. Last important tech point, that there are no updates required for PWA, while in an app, when there is new version coming, you may go to the App Store, then click the update button, and only then you'll get the updates. PWA is the same website, so actually it's updates on the background. These are also cool tech points, but you may ask, what about the business side? And we are in a cool company here as well. We have the Facebook, Forbes, and quite a lot of companies using PWA already. Just a few cases, same Alibaba, it's using the PWA for several years already, and they were able to increase the active user rate by 14% for iOS and 30% for Android. Same Virgin Airlines. They actually cut the mobile cost, they cut the mobile loading time by half. And last example is from Book My Show. That's a leading booking system in India. They have some enormous numbers and conversion rates uplift some 80%. These are all case studies available on the Google official platform. For them, India still it's emerging market, so therefore it performed so well. So benefits for merchants are, first of all, quite obvious, it's improving the conversion rates. Secondly, that your website will get unique, engaging, intuitive, and really immersive user experience. So it will feel like an app and work actually like a website. Then it's you can get the advantage in Google results actually with the PWA. It's very interesting topic to speak. You may speak with the sales people in the marketplace, but as such, Google, they love faster websites, and PWA is a faster website, and it's a Google product. So kind of they should prioritize it. They do not tell it. It will work faster, but there are certain challenges. So you can speak with the sales people in the marketplace in case you want to figure out all the challenges there. Then the next advantage for the merchants is actually freedom to deploy. You're not limited to the App Store on the Play Market. It's up to you to decide. You can be on the Play Store, you can be on the App Store, or you can just live with your own website. The last important point for the business is actually attraction of the top talents, since a lot of developers actually enjoy working on the latest JavaScript things, and PWA is the one. It's especially important for Magento ecosystem as well. At least we felt that it's some fresh air coming with PWA available for Magento. These are all the points for benefits for merchants that are getting with PWA. There are actually more, so feel free to grab me after the speech in case you want to learn more. One of the last questions is actually why now? Why we are speaking about PWA now if it was announced in 2015? Am I so slow or what's happening? There's a very simple reason. It's actually browser support. For PWA to work, the browsers need to support service worker specific features. And Google Chrome was supporting everything from the very beginning since PWA is a Google product, but all other browsers were lagging behind. It especially affects the Safari. Safari is the next Internet Explorer for PWA. And why it's happening? Since Apple have an App Store, and it's quite a big threat to their revenue. Yeah, therefore, there's the last ones to support new features of PWA. But why all this hype on PWA happened? Since from the last summer, Safari started to support service workers, and they actually catching up with their new releases. And they actually promised also to start supporting push notification, browser push notifications this summer. It didn't happen, so we're still waiting for it. Maybe it will happen soon. And yeah, even better news, if they're on Magento platform, I guess at least some of you are on Magento platform here, there are pre-built themes available. One of them is a Scandiweb PWA. That's basically a plug-and-play theme for Magento, which you can just install and you will have all the PWA features available. There are also other examples. For now, View Storefront will speak a bit later on their solution specific. Scandiweb PWA specifically was built for Magento, so it's Magento-only solution. You are able to download it since it's open source product. Feel free to contribute to it and also maybe just install it on your project and see how it goes. Or you can also go to demo.scandiweb.com and check out all the PWA features out there in real life. Also, we are getting many questions if actually it's possible to have the PWA on the App Store, on the Play Market. Yes, it's possible. Just search for Scandiweb in the Play Market or App Store and you will see how does it work. One of the final questions, how to merge it all together. Now we have desktop. We have mobile, we have responsive, there are hybrid apps, there are mobile apps. And what does it mean, how to merge it all together? Basically, I describe it quite simple. Desktop still there. It's your big store online with the richest information available. Then responsive, it will be replaced with a PWA eventually. And for better discoverability, reach and engagement. But in case you have mobile app, it also stays there, since your most loyal customers, they like it. They can do more things there with the native features. But in case you're about to develop a new mobile app, PWA can solve two problems at once, most probably. I also describe it in a bit different way. Yesterday I was quite hungry when preparing for the speech, so I compare it with the restaurant business. You may have your flagship restaurant, main one, when you're getting quite a lot of money. That's a desktop app. Then PWA is a fast food. It's available somewhere in the different parts of the city. It's really quick and mobile. And home delivery is equals to mobile app, since your most loyal customers will still use it. They just love it, but it's not for everyone. I would lie if I tell us there are no challenges, since it's still a new technology, first of all. Yeah, if you ask where are we now, is it still early adoption stage or major adoption stage? It's early adoption stage, definitely, but a lot of merchants are catching up. In a year, it will be a totally different picture, both in the app stores, what are the apps there, since many can migrate to the PWA, and also in the e-commerce stores as such. Secondly, iOS is lagging behind. That's one of the challenges, yes, but they're catching up with every new release. Thirdly, PWA has a bit more limited hardware access compared to the native apps, but still you can figure out different workarounds to make it work properly. That's basically it on PWA. Thanks a lot for your attention. I may appear here again. Hopefully I didn't spoil the first impression. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gleb.